Elitist Snobs by Nancy Wallace of New York in Growing Without Schooling 39. Nancy Wallace wrote to a local paper that had published a review of her book, Better Than School. The letter starts, Ms. Halpern says that because they are taught at home, Vita and Ishmael are missing out on the opportunity to be aware of differing lifestyles and cultures. And since she implies that they may not be able to move toward an understanding and acceptance of diversities that are neither better nor inferior, it sets up the perhaps unconscious implication that we are, in effect, elitist snobs. Actually, it seems to me that, despite the good intentions and the strongly held liberal values of many teachers and administrators, like Ann Halpern, it is the schools, not homeschoolers, who end up teaching their students that some people are better than others. They do this by focusing on certain skills, mainly those having to do with literacy and mathematics, and rewarding children's excellence in these skills to the practical exclusion of everything else except perhaps sports. When, as is so often the case, minority and poor children are prominent among those who do poorly in school, they are judged and judge themselves accordingly. When I first went to kindergarten in California, I quickly learned that the Mexican-American children, sons and daughters of migrant workers, didn't know their letters and often didn't even know their colors, whereas many of the children of the professors in town already knew how to read. Not only were we aware of this, but it soon became obvious that the Mexican-American kids were never going to catch up. School taught us that reading, writing, and spelling correctly were more important than picking apricots and putting them in bushel baskets without bruising them, and that math was more important than being able to look after your younger brothers and sisters all day, while your parents were working in the fields. My children, on the other hand, do not judge other children or themselves in the way that school taught me to. Instead, they look upon each person they meet as a potentially worthy human being. As for Ms. Halpern's fear that Vita and Ishmael won't have opportunities to meet different kinds of people, just the opposite is true. They come with us to political meetings and to lectures at the college. They have opportunities to travel and to see how other people live and work. And, in any case, between the First Street Playhouse, the Community School of Music and Art, and all of the afternoon classes that they go to, they have plenty of opportunities to befriend people of all kinds.